victim of that. Okay, so we should never underestimate our own intelligence. That is what I want to say. Okay, and apart from that, we should never overestimate others intelligence. Okay, so whenever we say intelligence, okay, so intelligence doesn't matter. What matters is that your positive attitude. Okay, so if you think that you can do something, you will you will do that. Anyhow, you will be able to find the solutions for whatever problems you are facing. So uh, so it is more important that what how your attitude is towards finding solutions to the problems. Okay, it is not your intelligence. Okay, you should be developing the ability to think much greater than ability to memorize the things. Okay, so I was going through the one of the example from this chapter, and one of the example was like uh, one of the example was like one person was asking about other person, that he person memorizes many things. You ask any questions whatever in the world, he will give that questions answer in for a fraction of times. Okay, so I'm going to hire him, and what do you think that how much should I pay to him? Okay, so the other person says like that, it's not worth paying that much amount of money or whatever you are thinking to that person, because he don't have his own ideas. He cannot think. He just presenting the facts which he has memorized. So instead of memorizing, what you can do, you can have some person in your team that he can think much better than whatever person you are thinking about, and he can add value to your team. That is what. So these are the 2 points which I wanted to say, that most of the time we give the excuses about our health, and we give the excuse about our intelligence. So that should not happen. We have some ways to get cure of those diseases. So that is what I want to say. So over to you, Karthik. Thank you very much.
Great, nice sharing, Prakash. Yeah, like excuses is a very common thing we all give, and definitely, yeah, there is no person without excuses, but it's about how you overcome the excuses and seek growth for yourself. Nicely shared, Prakash. Yeah, so anyone wants to go next? So probably if I think I see some more people who are new, can they introduce people who are joined new? Can you introduce yourself?
Hi Karthik, this is Shekhar here. Hi everyone, my name is Shekhar, working as a senior data scientist in my group and holding the 4+ years of corporate experience. Basically, I'm like a kind of like a more of like a technological kind of person. So I seen the personal development is the one of the very important thing to change any of the persons to achieve the success in their life. So I already a part of like a, from the 2 months I'm a part of the PM session. I'm already holding the more than 1 month of thing in the one of the book club, which is organized by Bharat and Supra. But I felt I need some little more kind of like a mentorship, I required a little bit thing I required. So other than the one group, so I thought maybe I need to join one more session so that I can take some more inputs from different people. So that's the reason I joined from the second group. So that's a background of
Amazing, very hungry for knowledge and growth.
it. Yeah, it's not sufficient.
Yeah, over to Kiran.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Karthik. Really apologies for suddenly, if the requirement comes, office work comes, you need to get up, get out and do it. No option. But yeah, when you have such a good team, then you don't have to worry. Things will go anyway automatically. Growth never stops. Great. Actually,
Absolutely.
today we have such wonderful set of topics. I have topics list and all, and it's really nice. Priyanka shared her experiences when it comes to what to say when you talk to yourself, and all of you have wonderful topic. Let me start. Let us, Karthik, you go ahead. Then we have a special topic from special guest. I'll call them maybe around 9:05 or 9:10 because their topic is super special. Everyone will really enjoy. So Karthik, you can go ahead
Yeah,
next.
sure, Kiran. Can you spotlight me?
Yep, just a second. Yep.
Okay. So today I'm going to share about a very interesting story. Not because which I'm sharing it's interesting. The story itself is actually interesting. This is by a person called Sanjeev. A very humble background. He is commonly known as an internet entrepreneur. How he became successful from being from a humble background. Okay, so this guy Sanjeev was. This story goes back to the middle 90s and the early 2000. I think we were kids maybe that during that time. So this guy was born in Delhi, and his mother was a housewife, and his father was a doctor. No business family, no business people in his family. So he actually got admission in IIT, but he didn't want to pursue engineering. He thought, okay, he'll do BA in economics, do 2 years of job, then join IIM Ahmedabad. So as planned, he did that, and post IIM Ahmedabad, like he got a job, and he was into, I think he was marketing Horlicks for a company. And parallelly, he and his friend started two companies. So one is Inmark and another is InfoEdge. So Inmark was into pharmaceuticals and InfoEdge was into the salary revenues like database. Okay. So these two people, when they started from their house, right, how small companies start in a small garage kind of. So, as you know, like employees will be there. You want to give salaries to them, and they were with little short of money during the month end. During this process, some eureka moment happens, right? Some idea will come. It can happen over a cup of coffee or when you're sleeping or when you're having food. An idea can come any time, right? So when he was at his work, he was going through a business magazine, and this magazine was very famous. I think in '94 or '95, wherein all job appointments, appointment ads, job ads will be published, and everybody will see the magazine. So he thought, okay, this is a good idea. And one more thing was he attended a IT fest wherein this people, one of the persons were talking about www dot world wide web. He was not aware of www dot. So he combined these two things and he thought, okay, why don't I share, have a job database wherein people can come and see, like, if they have a lot of jobs, right, what I'm telling. But he asked the person who was in the fest, how can I post it? You need to have an internet. You need to have a server. Server is hosted in US. You can't have a server here. So he called his brother. He didn't have money, so his brother funded for the server, and he got two of his friends from Ahmedabad, and he set up this website in 1997, I guess. But yeah, now the website is up and running. But people should know that this website is there to put their jobs, ads, and data for that. So he recruited some other person called Hitesh, who was into sales. So within 6 months of starting, more than 1,000 jobs were collected in his database. And meanwhile, his wife was taking care of his house expenses. So during this time, there was a recession, 1991 recession. Sorry, 2001. I mean to say WTC attack. So just started booming on his website, but that InfoEdge, but it slowly started coming down because of the World Trade Center attack. But yeah, later he got some VC funding, and yeah, because of job databases, there was nothing. InfoEdge was the first company to have this, and it grew okay very nicely. And I think the turnover made a little bit of crores. They broke even after a few months. He was very happy, and people came to him to publicize and give ads for him. And but he was not so interested to like grow his company. But there were other competition who came in. That's when he realized, yeah, okay, he has to grow more. And then ICICI Bank funded him more money. But again, because of recession and all these small challenges, it fell back. He was very persistent. But yeah, and I think in 2006, the first internet company to successfully publish their IPO. And you know what I'm talking about. This is the person Sanjeev Bikhchandani. I'm talking about Naukri.com. Uh, some of his sayings from the book. I could see my future had I continued as a manager in the corporate sector. If I was lucky, at the end of 5 years, I'll be a senior product manager. In 25 years, I might be a CEO. All this if I am really good. I used to ask myself, is this what I really want in life? As an MBA from Ahmedabad, I am Ahmedabad, we all have a hunger for multinational companies because it's prestigious. But to my mind, it's false prestige. You are a prisoner of your visiting card and the logo on it, a prisoner of your EMIs. Taking a risk becomes all the more difficult. This is what he's telling, not me. We knew how difficult it was to make money on the internet. We knew the value of money because we had always been short of money. Okay. So this is from a book called Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish, written by Rashmi Banza. Yeah. So yeah, this is actually I could share to my personal story as well because I used to read these books from past 8 years, so self-development books. But because of Peak Impact Mentorship, Kiran and Vijay, I really got a chance to showcase my content so that it will help and benefit others from my knowledge and this educated books. Thank you. This is what I wanted to share.
Awesome, Karthik. It is an amazing story because I think Vijay used to tell ki if you really want to get inspiration, always pick one autobiography and read every month. That way, you'll always feel ki you're not alone. Everyone has struggles in their life, and it is a part and parcel of life. And that way, you don't feel alone and you feel happy कि चलो यार मेरे life में भी same ही है, कोई different चीज़ें नहीं है. Awesome sharing, Karthik. So we'll move to the next speaker then. Saurabh, if you're online, you can speak. Saurabh Sharma.
Hi everyone.
Saurabh, in case your bandwidth is fine, can you switch on the video?
Yeah.
I'll just spotlight you.
Just a second.
Perfect. Go ahead, Saurabh.
Hi, good evening everyone. I hope I'm audible to all.
Yeah.
So this is my second session with this book club, and I think for first time in several years, I'm going to speak up in front of people, you guys. So about myself, I am Saurabh Sharma, and I have 11 years of experience in IT. So today I'll be sharing a short story from the book that I am reading, Think and Grow Rich, from Napoleon Hill, 3 Feet from Gold. So basically the story behind this is to never get yourself quitting in a habit of quitting when you are faced with a temporary defeat. So there was a person who was in a rush of a gold fever. Means he want to dig more and more gold. So what happened? He went by to some place to work, and so he worked and found some gold mine kind of stuff, and retraced himself back to his town and let his neighbors and his friends know that he has found some gold mine, and he will he will make everyone profitable. So he got funding from everyone and went back to work and extract gold from that gold mine. So what happened after a few strikes? He was able to find a lot of gold, and he thought that with the next couple of extraction of gold, we can be very rich. But to his dismay, what happened that that mine was disappeared, and all the investment, all the machinery, he sold back to a person for a small amount, and he quit it and went back to his home. So the person to which he has sold his machinery, he called someone, an expert, to take a look at what happened. The gold was there a few days back, but not now. So the expert took a look and told the junkman that the gold mine is just 3 feet below. So that's the story that we are mostly overtaken by a temporary defeat that we quit. So we never have to quit whenever we are facing with any obstacles, or any thing that is not working our way. Maybe on our next try it can work our way. So that was the story about this person who lost or quitted at 3 feet from goal. But later on, he became very successful, keeping the lesson of this in mind that he lost or he quitted 3 feet from goal, but uh, he became very profitable by doing the business of insurance or by selling insurance. So that was the excerpt and the learning from the story that never quit with temporary defeat. And setbacks are natural nowadays, but you should never quit. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, Saurabh. The cute part was that your daughter was coming in between. That was very cute.
Yeah.
Growth has to be. Why? What's her name?
Her name is Ananya.
Hey, hi, Ananya. Can you hear us? We are like you. Hi. हाय अनन्या, सुनाई दे रही मेरी आवाज? कैसे हो आप?
कैसे हो? कुछ नहीं,
मैं ठीक हूँ।
अरे बढ़िया, ऑसम। आप भी आइए, आप भी टॉपिक बोलिए नेक्स्ट टाइम से, ठीक है? अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करके एक स्टोरी बताना हम सबको, हम भी सीखेंगे।
नेक्स्ट टाइम स्टोरी।
ठीक है।
Okay, thank you so much. Great. Thank you so much, Saurabh. Really nicely summarized the topic 3 feet away from gold. Really awesome. Good. So we'll move to the next speaker. Great. So we'll go to Sashi. Sashi, you can go ahead. Sashi, spotlight. You have to unmute, bro. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Good.
Kiran. This is my first time in the group talking about, but it's very exciting to in the part of the Kiran Grow session. So I'm coming to my topic. I'm reading the book name is The Go Giver. So it is the book I'm just giving. So in the Go Giver book, I found the two words are like a most important and very effective words. The words are give and serve. So if we truly understand what is the meaning of the give and what is the meaning of the serve, we can able to be successful in entire life. So that will be very straightforward work process. So if we talk about the what is the give in the sense, let's suppose before continue the give. So if you want more success, find a way to serve the more people. It's very simple thing. So if you see the Oyo CEO or like a DMart CEO, those people have started in the from the very smaller kind of a office. If you talk about the DMart in this kind of like a smaller grocery shop, they started. So if the DMart CEO thought, so no, I need to start with my village people. If I start only serve to my only town people, if I serve want to be city people, how can he become a successful person? No, he did not thought like that. So he thought he want to serve more people. So that's the reason he become a successful CEO. So if you see the Oyo CEO, even in the cities, we have like a lot of apartments are there, which we have a lot of rented houses are there. If the person of the owner of the apartment house, I need to serve only my city people, or he needs to serve his local area people. Does he become a CEO? Does he become a successful person? No. So he thought might be I need to serve the more people. So that's the reason he become a more successful person, and the Oyo is one of the bigger famous in India, in entire India. So this is the famous quote from the sir. And what is the give? So we know what is the brand. So brand is comes from the give. So usually when people talk about the give, so the value that you give, then you take in the payment. So if you give the more value than taking the payment, so that's the name of the branding. So if you want to become more successful person, then you need to give. Why we need to give those many times? Because it is a life. It is not a strategy. In life, we need to give every time. Every time you need to give like give everything to everyone. So that's a life. So to add a couple of the points, if you want to earn more money, be add your add quick value to yourself. No, I need more money. Then try to add very quick value to yourself. So that is one of the straightest formula to become a rich or to become a successful person. So I'm just ending my topic. I did not prepare much. Thanks, Kiran, for giving me this opportunity.
Amazing, amazing, Sashi. You always bring your own uniqueness. I really love the way you share because I never found anyone yet who can really match your uniqueness. The way you share the personality and your tone, the voice inflection is pretty good, man. Awesome. It's very, very unique. It's not so orthodox.
Thank you.
Awesome, man. Keep growing. Great. So we'll quickly invite few people who are new, and then we have a special guest speaker. I'll anyway bring them here. So before we start, we bring them, I see that a lot of new people have joined for the first time who have not spoken yet. So Akshay, have you spoken yet? Akshay, can you hear me? Akshay, if Akshay can't hear, Basavraj, if you can unmute and speak, you can go ahead and speak your introduction. Acha, Ravi Teja is unmuted. Just a second. Acha, who will speak? Acha, Ravi Teja, you go ahead and speak. If your video is fine, I can probably switch on the video. Ravi Teja. Ravi Teja, where is it? Ravi Teja, okay, cool. Basavraj, yeah, you can go ahead and just switch on your video if you're comfortable.
Yeah, good evening to all. Yeah, Basuraj here. Okay, basically I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm into automotive industry with 25 years of experience. Started with the core mechanical functions, say manufacturing, product engineering, process development, and then supplier vendor development, and then quality, and okay, move to some techno-commercial functions, sales, and then the core, once again the core technical, the product application, then product development. So in between, I have worked for even the IT solution within my industry also. When SAP was implemented, I was the core member for SAP implementation for my industry. It's a end-to-end process, and okay, and also we there are a lot of IT tools also have been implemented my industry requirement. Okay, I can make some correlation between the IT and the functional department. Okay, IT is nothing but it's an supporting head for the core processes. So similar way, this I think the club what we are making, okay, definitely it will help us to make how we can enhance our personal capabilities and also the communication and also the experimenting of our own potentials. Okay, as the first colleague said, it's every day going to office, coming to office, one to one. It's a single run. Now we can see how it was. Okay, all these days we were playing some test or one day match. Now the scenario has changed. Now it is 2020 matches, and the days come even for the 10 hours match or 1 hour match, right? Yeah, all these
Awesome.
the communications will help us to okay, to enhance my skills and also my thought process. Okay, thanks for
Absolutely.
giving me an opportunity. Yeah. Okay, for the in the coming days, I will share my other experiences. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, Basavraj. We'll definitely connect, and you can definitely speak your topic as well in the coming next week. So Basavraj, I think he's from Bangalore itself, so it's really good to connect. Great. So Ravi Teja, you can go ahead.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is Ravi Teja, working as a software professional in Bangalore.
Who invited you?
Hello. So, 1 minute. Karthik Narayan. He invited me to this in this campaign. I've just came here to explore myself and to get some exposure or
Wonderful, wonderful, Ravi Teja.
book knowledge. And so as a less experienced guy, I need to know some of experiences from your end as well. So I need to know some book knowledge as well from you guys. So that's
Absolutely.
it. Nothing more
Awesome.
than that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ravi Teja, for introducing yourself. I'm sure you'll have a
Thank you.
wonderful growth journey ahead. Great. So did we miss anyone else? We can bring 1 or 2 more people. Bhaskar Reddy, I think he's old guy. Ishwar, I think Ishwar is also old guy. Did I miss anyone, guys? If I miss anyone, please unmute yourself. Ishwar, yeah, Ishwar, you can go ahead and introduce.
Can I share?
The topic, yeah, topic I'll bring you, Ishwar. We'll just finish the introduction. Then you can just raise your hand. We'll bring the topic as well, okay?
Yeah. Fine.
Okay. Any other people we missed for introduction? If you have missed, please message me personally. I'll again bring new people for the basic introduction. And just to share all the excitement, guys, because right now we have a very special guest speaker, Bharat and Supra. I'm sure you must have missed them. People are a little old. They know they were part of this book club, and we all were impacting people together. But yeah, definitely growth demands, what to say, expansion, and but they have taken their charge. They have taken their ownership, and they are running everything independently. It could be book club, it could be health club, and they're super passionate couple in our team as right now. So Bharat, Supra, I need not to introduce more because most of you already know them. So let them shower their learnings and experiences to us. I'll just spotlight you guys.
Thank you so much, Kiran. So how are we going? Bharat is going first, or I am going first, or are we going together? How is it?
Supra can go first. I think she's been waiting for
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kiran. We are glad that we are here. I always consider this book club, not only book club, part of your team always as my part, and this is my book club, I would say that. And before I start, I would like to appreciate the special hosting by Karthik. When we joined, we were hearing, and it was very nice to see him doing that. And the best thing which I observed was the delegation by Kiran and Karthik taking the ownership. And my topic for today is Strength Finder. Yes, hi everyone. Welcome to the book club, and I am Supra, working as a release manager with 7+ years of corporate experience. Yeah, let's get started. So do you guys ever thought that what your strength is, or do you really want to know your strength, and why do you want to know your strength? So I never put a thought about finding my strength, because I was always so excited that I felt that that itself is enough for everything. But after going through a couple of learnings recently, I found this topic very relevant for everyone, and it could relate to some people who could utilize this and could make use of it, or could find their strength if they are struggling. So let's know why you want to find that strength. If things are getting in a perfect way, and if it is getting right, that particular thing will be your strength, as simple and a layman language to tell. So how do you know something is your strength, or if it is not your strength? Simple. Since your child, you will be confused again with your different talents, your skills, then your knowledge, etc. Right? Let's go very simple. Every time you think of something, you feel of something, your behavior, your actions, whatever automatically happens, that is the talent you're born with. As simple as it is. Skill and knowledge, you don't really have to worry about. Knowledge is something which we acquire it, like through general or informal or formal way of learning which we take. Skill is something you are trained with. This platform could be one where Kiran guides you, help you, and you're getting trained from some days, and you can acquire that skill. So you never have to think that I do not have this particular way of doing something. So skill and knowledge will be taken care automatically. So you first, when you were growing up gradually in your life, and you would have realized that you are good in something. When I mean something, it's not art, painting, drawing. Those are again different things. Someone who is not talented on that, also practice can make that person go into that particular field or an area. So to talk about strength, there are 34 important areas which we talk. Let me point out few of them for you now. Responsibility, I saw Karthik taking. The first thing, I loved it. And when someone is not there with you and you're helping that person, second comes the helping. So both way together, it's helping someone, taking an ownership or responsibilities. These are the two major strengths out of that 34. So very simple ways, guys. If you have still not found your strength, pick the top 5 from this 34. You can get that. And after finding the top 5 strengths, what you are going to do is you're going to rate it at a scales of whether you are de-energized about it, you are neutral. I'll just share the screen for people to help understand it, and energizing it. So you just rate out of this. I have listed a couple of them for you to know how good you are in which areas. So that will help you find your own strength. I believe you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this I have covered it for you. So I will be putting a couple of things which you need to see in yourself as whether it energizes you, whether it is a neutral kind of thing for you, or whether it de-energizes you. Just put that particular strength in that area and put 5 or 10, whatever number you can, out of those 34, which still people don't focus, like ideas. You might be a person who is good in giving ideas. So why don't you make that ideas is an important thing and work on that strength, because that will lead you to success. The only reason to find strength is success. So how do we work on that? Are you very good? Coming to the topic about public speaking, you may not be good at it. Or how do you rate yourself in that scale? I've just written a couple of them here for you to understand. Coming to Bharat, I would say he's a very routine and a disciplined person. No matter what, if alarm doesn't buzz also, he wakes up at his time and makes sure that he gives his workout on time. I may not fall on that. But the difference what we do is we try comparing ourselves with the other person. We don't see the strength in ourselves, but we see the strength of others and think that I'm not fortunate or good enough like the other person. So I personally used to think someday that he's an early riser, but I am not. So I used to put myself down, but I realized that I can awake till late night if I have to finish an assignment. It is also a strength. So we should not underestimate ourselves, whatever we have in us. So I'll be helping you guys with, out of that 34, at least 10 for now, because I cannot really cover all the 34. So you guys have to pick the top 5 for you and work with Kiran. If you're really thinking that you have not yet discovered your strength, you can work with him and you can know how you can actually enhance that. And coming to this strength part, it is divided into small 3 things. Leading yourself first is the primary thing. How do you lead yourself? Are you able to lead your own thought process, the way you think, the way you are able to control your emotions? Then if your first stage is not clear, don't go to the second and third. If you're able to control your emotions, your actions and your thinking, then you're properly leading yourself. Coming to leading others or leading people, or you have people, a set of people around you, how do you lead them? Are they excited? The moment I do something, someone should be excited to learn from me, know from me. Then it's about leading a people, leading a team, or leading someone. It doesn't mean only a team. It's about a set of people, your brothers and sisters. It could be your friends. So when you lead them, the next part is you have to follow up with them. If you're helping them out, following up plays a major role here. And then leading a business, leading an organization comes when you're meeting your people, knowing the problem, if they have enough tools with them. If your people don't have enough tools, how are you really going to help your team? So this was my talk on strength today, guys, but I'll be just sharing the 34 strength, we call as strength themes actually, which are 34 in number. You guys might be having few of them with you. Why don't you really quickly go and see which suits best for you and try to work on those so success is faster for you. Don't focus on something which is not for you, because you are already gifted with the talent. Add the skills and knowledge which is acquired at any time. It could be today, tomorrow, any day, and just mix it and make it your strength. So adding all this will give you a bigger strength. So a couple of them are communications. The first goes, you might be good in that. Make it tick mark or put in the energized column. Then it is like idea. You are an idea builder. You have a lot of ideas. You are a strategy planner. You can strategize things. See where you fall into this and where you can tick mark yourself. It's like commanding. You are a commanding person. You develop new things. You do invention. You are an achiever. So these are a couple of them. I can share this one later on. I won't take much time. So these were a couple of them. And thank you so much, Kiran. This was my topic for today. And sorry if I have really taken more time. Yeah.
Not at all, Supra. You're a guest speaker. You're privileged. Bharat, you can also go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Kiran, for this wonderful opportunity. Hi, everyone. This is Bharat here. So I'm currently working as a technology lead with close to 9 years of corporate experience. And along with that, I've been part of Peak Impact Mentorship for close to 2 years now. Kiran, myself and Supra, we are also organizing a book club. So today my topic is about a habit loop. So we all know that we have habits, right? So how does that habits gets developed over a period of time? We all hear about this particular statement, do something for 21 days, that will automatically becomes a habit. But behind that, actually, guys, there is a lot of scientific experiments that have been done on various animals, on various people, and that's when they have arrived at that concept of 21-day habit loop. Okay, so let's quickly see about what a habit loop is. There are actually 3 components in a habit loop. I'll just share my screen. Okay, so this is a habit loop. The 3 components that I was talking about is, the first one is cue. Cue is something like a reminder for you for doing that particular routine. Routine is something, the action that we do. For example, my habit loop is like, giving exercise every day morning. So the cue for me is a reminder every day morning around 7 o'clock. That can be my cue. The routine is doing the action itself. That is delivering my health club session, delivering my book club session. That can be a routine. And the reward is whatever I get back from it, either my mental happiness or my physical well-being, or the happiness of people around me. That can be the reward. So how do we develop this habit loop? Simple experiment I'll be sharing with you guys, so that you'll be able to understand about how we can develop this habit loop. Just a second. Yeah, hope everybody is able to see my screen. Okay, so yes. Okay, so the first thing, one second, sorry for this. Yes, the first thing that we need to do is pick the cue. Like in my example, I've picked the cue of setting an alarm for myself every day morning around 7 o'clock. Here I've given an example of what will you have to ask your question to yourself. What will remind you to go to the gym? So if let's say that going to gym is our habit that we want to develop. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, what will remind you to go to gym? That's the question. So for that, either you can keep an alarm, or you can select a workout buddy who will remind you, or put the dumbbells or your gym bag wherever you can see them daily. So that way you will get a visual appearance of those particular things, and then thought goes to your mind that you have to do this particular action. So next is choose a reward. So for example, if I do this particular action, what is the reward that I'm expecting out of it? So in this case, they say that if I go to gym regularly, I'll be helping myself with a piece of chocolate, or I'll be gifting myself with 30 minutes of Facebook time. It's just random examples, guys. That doesn't mean that you have to do the same. Something like that, which will make you happy. Okay, so that is the second step. The third step is execute the routine. So this is the most important thing. If you don't execute the routine, the habit loop never kicks off. Okay, so make sure that you are executing this routine. So after a few days, you ask yourself whether while executing this routine, you are happy with your reward or not. In case if you're not feeling happy with your reward, let us time to pick a new reward. So that thing you need to do a self check after few days. So after executing this routine, one thing that you need to do is just make a piece of paper and write these things. This year, when I see this particular cue, I will execute this routine in order to get this particular reward. So this statement, if you write it and keep it wherever you can see, right, it will be helpful for you to develop this habit loop and stay in that habit loop to become a better person. So to summarize again, whenever you want to develop any habit, follow this habit loop, guys. It is pretty easy and interesting as well. So first thing is pick a cue, set the reward, and follow the routine. So that way you'll be able to develop any habit, either good, but I don't recommend you guys to go into bad habits and use this habit loop. Try to always use this habit loop for good habits. Yeah. And thank you so much, Kiran, for giving me this opportunity.
Just to add a humor to Bharat's talk, people who are working out, like taking example of Sahana, you can demand for a Fitbit from Karthik after you achieve your target. Thank you.
Thank you for the idea.
That can be a good reward, actually.
Yeah, I need to thank Bharat also for this. Actually, your topics, both of your topics have coincided so well. So you need to just find your strength and make it your habit. That's the best thing you can do.
My topic is pending from last 3 weeks, and I'm very glad that Kiran invited me today to speak on this, and I'm really very happy today.
I thought we all should be privileged to get your topic because that is so important topic you shared. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your topic. And definitely every time you share that rainbow colors, from your personality. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for
much,
sharing.
Kiran. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll move to the next speaker. I think Ishwar was there. Ishwar was pretty excited. So let me call Ishwar first. Ishwar, if you're online, you can go ahead with the next. Ishwar, I'll spotlight you.
Can I tell me after some time? I got a call.
Yeah, sure. No issues. You just message me. Okay. Cool. I think Charanjit. Yeah, Charanjit, you can go now. Charanjit.
Yeah, Kiran. Yeah. Hi. Good evening, all. This is Charanjit Singh from Pune. So today my topic is from a book named Magic of Thinking Big. The chapter name is "You Are What You Think You Are." So I'll start with just a basic example. When you go to any outlet to buy something, you might have seen that salesman. They follow a specific person. They don't bother about other customers, and they give them the treatment like, "Yes, sir. How can I help you?" And they are completely ignoring the other people. Why it happens? Why only few people get the sir kind of treatment, and others are getting like, "Hey, buddy," and like kind of treatment. So it's all about our mental state, that how we think that people should treat us. So the first thing I would say, when you start thinking that you don't deserve respect, you don't deserve importance, uh, the same reflect in your personality, and the same response you get from the people around you. So first thing that we should focus on, first believe that you deserve respect. When you think you deserve respect, people will start giving you respect, because when you think you are not important and you don't deserve it, your actions actually lead the same thing. And what other people can judge you, they will just uh, can judge from your ability of taking actions. And your actions, your thoughts about yourself is driving your action. So eventually you will end up getting no respect or least importance. And so this is one thing. So first believe that you are important and you matter to others, then only you will get importance. So how we can get the self respect? First thing you can do it, what was the thing? Don't make this thought come in your mind that you are not important. Just feel that you are important. And another thing is look important. How you can do it? You might have seen that when you go for any interview, can you go like your shirt is not iron, and you are highly qualified, and you are going for a manager position, or you are going for any interview. Okay, still that inferior, I would say, that thought will be in your mind that okay, I'm not looking good, and that reflect through your confidence. And the same treatment you will get from others. People will not respect you, will not give you importance. So first thing is, own your respect by wearing the clothes that determines, that reflect your how important you are. So I will give an example here. Suppose you might have seen the soldiers. Okay, they feel a proud feeling. You might have seen the policemen. They feel a proud feeling when they are in uniform. They feel like, they thought like a soldiers. So but when they are not, it's not like that they are not thinking, but their uniform actually reflect their personality. So the another point is, what you can do it, you can have pep talks. So there is one example that author has mentioned in a book, where one of the person, he was talking to salesman, and he said that his manager used to take every week a meeting where he was asking us to give the presentations of how to select cars, and to do other things. He was so motivated, and he was so enthusiastic to present his presentation to his manager. But when that manager was not there and the meeting was not happening, so that motivation was getting disappear. So he thought, why can't I do the pep talk for myself? So before doing any call to the customers to selling any car, he started practicing this thing that I am the best salesman. I am going to get this deal done, and people will listen to me. And the moment he started doing this thing, he started getting a positive response, and he was closing a good deals. So the eventually the nutshell is, the more you think that you are important and the work you are doing, those will make you reflect in your actions, and eventually people will see in your personality, and you will get the same result. But if you will say your work is not important and you don't deserve respect, you will not get that important. So that's it from my side. So whenever you go for anything, whether it is your corporate career, whether it is your personal life, believe that you are important, and whatever you are doing, it matters a lot. So thank you, Kiran.
Amazing, amazing, Charanjit. The level of confidence you are gaining in every speak, every time is amazing, because I've seen you 3 months, 4 months back, and now when I see, the confidence in your talk has truly, truly increased. Superbly increased, man. Awesome. Great show.
Excellent.
Great. So we'll move to the next speaker then. Dilip Chacho, you can go ahead.
Okay. So good evening, friends. I'm Dilip Gupta. So I have around 17 plus years of experience. And today my topic is taken from how to win friends and influence people. Okay. So I have taken one topic from this. That is the magic formula. You know, I'll start with my few incident for a day, and from my experience, I would say once in a day, like in the morning, very early morning, I got up, and I was quite happy that day when I got up from bed, and all of a sudden, this while roaming at home, I saw in the wall, my younger kid had scribbled some in so many places, and that is the new the painted wall, so scribbled somewhere. I suddenly got irritated. I went to him and started beating. Okay, and the other day again I saw the same thing happened next day. Okay, and my mood was off early in the morning. Then I started, like I was about to go to office. I started fighting with my wife, because she wanted me to do something. She wanted me to help something. I was trying to avoid. I said you are engaging yourself unnecessary works and unnecessary things. You are taking up unnecessary calls and all. So I started shouting at her. Okay. Then when I somehow I started going to office, and on the way when I was traveling, I met a small accident. Okay. So what happened? I started shouting that guy again. Okay. And even that time it was my mistake on the road. When I reached office, what happened? I started firing at my team, my colleague, because something I asked to him to I assigned him to do, he did not do. Without knowing anything from him, like what was the problem, why didn't he do? I started shouting at him. Likewise, like complete whole day was gone. When I came back home evening, I was thinking why this kind of day happened for me. What went wrong? Did all the people, starting from my kid was wrong, my wife was wrong? Was that guy on the road I met in a small accident? Though nothing was happened, I shouted at him. Was he wrong? Was my office colleague wrong in his work? He didn't do that. I just try to analyze. And what I found, nobody is wrong. And maybe then the very next day, I again did the same thing. I went to the wall. I saw, though there was another scribbling mark, I didn't beat my child. I didn't beat. Okay, I tried to behave like he. When I behaved like different way, he was just surprised. Why didn't I beat him that day? And he like I try to make him understand. So I said, okay, why not to do something? Okay, you want to write something on the wall, right? Let's paint something. Let's go and paint. How best you can do. He started in his hand. He started painting a small paint, and it was very nice. I appreciated him. Then the similar way, like I about to start fighting with my wife, I try to understand what is her point of view. Why she is expecting something from me, and why she is expecting from me. I was thinking, okay, I was wrong. I was thinking that, okay, maybe I was wrong. I try to understand. I try to speak to her. What is her expectation? The similar way, like again, I went to office. I spoke to my colleague. I just try to understand what is his problem and why he's not able to do that particular assignment. So all this, from all this experience, what is the common thing I found is we don't see the things from the other's point of view. We always we start shouting at other people, and we start finding, even if sometimes they may be wrong, but the point of view could be something else. They whatever the thing I see from my point of view, my prospect, his prospect could be something different. So always this is the experience I several times we all know that this kind of thing we need to always see others' point of view, but when the time comes we do not see that. So that is my sharing from this book. The author is talking about the magic formula. We always need to honestly try to be other point of play. We should put ourselves into their point of their place and try to understand the thing, so that we will not end up with any conflict. So thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, Dilip Chacho. I think it's one of the best talk even I've heard, because the best part is that your whole content was of your example, and just the moral of the story was the point, and that was amazing, simply amazing. And the way you put your point, actually there's this principle called success principle, right? Success is simple, unexpected, concrete, and credible, emotional, and story. So you had all the content everywhere. It was credible, it was concrete, it was unexpected, it was a story format, it was also simple to understand, and also fundamentally you also passed the message as well. Superbly shared, Chacho. Amazingly shared. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thanks, Kiran.
Great. So we'll move to the next speaker. I think my dad couldn't complete last week. Papa, you're online, kya? Papa, you're online. Can you hear me? Kishan, can you hear me? I think.
Yeah, Kiran.
Baba. So if your network is fine, you can maybe complete your topic.
Yeah, apna
it's breaking, Papa. Your network.
Now it's giving problem. Is it okay?
It's better. Try to speak a little bit, then I'll tell. Yeah, go ahead.
Breaking.
Go ahead. We can see you.
Or shall I stop the video? No.
I will stop. You keep speaking. Okay? I'll stop the video in case. If it is required, I'll stop the video. You go ahead and speak.
Okay. Hi friends, good evening. Yeah, I am Kiran's father. I am a mechanical engineer, worked in Indian Air Force 20 years. And after that, the second inning in a private company as a manager in this one sales company as a product after sales and service. Now I am continuing 18 years here. Total 38 years of service. Yeah, actually, what I want to say, in my last topic, it was I was telling about destroy fear and build confidence, and yeah, I want to continue in that. So this is the third chapter of the magic of thinking big. Okay. Now, what I want to say, now fear is the part of an individual life, a person's life. We have to live with it. But how we can overcome the fear? Because every part of life we get the fear, but we have to overcome, then get success. When you get success, you have to destroy the fear and build the confidence. Confidently you act, confidently you do, confidently you do anything, then you will get success in that. So now what I want to say? So every fear, there is a remedial action. There is a solution. For now, what I want to say, there is type of fear. What are the type of fears? I want to share it. My screen. Is it visible?
No, Papa, you have not shared yet. ग्रीन कलर का बटन होगा, उसको आप क्लिक करके शेयर कर दो.
Okay. Is it okay?
नहीं हो रहा. I think it's not working. You have to click that green color screen and then the option will come.
Yeah. Kishan?
Kishan is my younger brother. He should be around. Dad.
Maybe co-host.
Now it is okay?
Yeah, now you're actually
is it okay?
It is coming, not yet. It came.
Thank you. Okay. Now the first point is the fear due to personal experience. The personal due to anywhere we get fear that we think that my personal experience is not good. I'm looking gloomy, or am I looking good for the audience where I am going to speak? So to eradicate that personal fear, personal appearance fear, what do we do? Take a nice haircut and shine your shoes by doing a nice polish. Then you do wear a very good pressed cloth. Then you will overcome that fear, that personal. Take nice haircut also. Then you look very good and very gentle, very smart, so that everybody, whoever public or everybody, wherever you go, there you will find positive feeling and destroy the fear and build the confidence to what you are going for. Same way, fear of failing examination. See, normally it is applicable for the students or anybody who is giving the exam. For that, we'll have the fear. For that, what we will do? We'll have to eradicate those fear. So, speech, anything, prepare well for the subject. Then that fear will go. Fear for losing important customers. This is applicable for the industrial, whoever is working in normally marketing companies, or maybe the whoever doing some business. He will always have the fear that I'm losing the customer, or I may lose. I'm going to lose. The customer is not coming. If then what I will do? How will I earn money? I'll get family up and get up. So for that, what you do? You should work hard to give better service. Means convince him better, do good behavior with the customer, give some attraction like that. If you do this, then you're losing a important customer will go off. The next, fear of other people, what they say about you. In some speeches or any meeting or big meeting, big event, we get fear that okay, we are giving this. I'm giving this lecture. What he will think it? What it's not? He may criticize me. Then what? Normally, you will think it. So what I want to say, you do your better job, better speech, better work. Normally, you tell better or good or best or bad. There are some person or you say different type of people will be there. Some will criticize, some will not criticize, some will give sabasi on you. So don't worry for that. Be confident. Then you think it about other people. Definitely that fear will go off. Fear of people. There are some, you will have the fear, what I have, the people are there, what they will think about me, or you are telling something else. If you give some speech or meeting in that something, you think on their perspective. So then on their perspective, when you think it, you put yourself in their situation, then that fear will go off. Fear of other people. Fear of purchasing home or investment. See, whenever you want to invest some amount, some of your money, or purchasing house, or some you want to make some huge investment, taking shares or that, then you will think, I'm investing this much, so I may lose those amount. What I can do for that? What you do? If you are going to purchase a home, then you just go in detail, find out something, go to broker, go to builder or something, your friend who is having knowledge, then investigate it. If I am spending this money, is it worth? Then find out, take bold decision, correct decision, bold decision when you take. Definitely that fear will go off and you will go in the right way. Why? Then you will get the confidence. Fear of things beyond control. So the fear of control is very peculiar. Some of you can solve, you cannot solve. What is that beyond control? See, you are going in a bus. You met with a small accident. You are there. Many people are there. But what happened? There, everybody will have the trembled with fear. That our transport is, our bus is making an accident. What is our future? That everybody will be in panic. That time, what you do? Try to help people, maximum people. Whatever you can do. Rest you pray to God. Oh God, yeah, whatever I can do on this one, I could do it. But rest belongs on you. So that way, this sort of type of fears normally, generally, human being get. And how we can overcome those fears, build confidence. Those are now to cure the fear. There are two-step procedure for the cure of the fear. What is that? Isolate your fear. How will you isolate the fear? When fear comes, how will you isolate? So you think it. Yeah, I am getting fear. For what I am getting fear? What is the problem? Go in detail, think in detail, pinpoint it. What is there actually the cause of fear? When you find out the cause of the fear, there is definitely a solution of the fear. Then you can take bold action and strengthen your confidence and lose your fear. Same way, if you don't take action, so take action, you will take action means definitely you are losing the fear and building the confidence. But if you don't take action, that is called inaction in the fear, then your fear will be always there. You will not be getting success in that work. whatever you are going to do it. So now the second thing is, second point, the two specific things to build your confidence and destroy fear. Deposit always the positive thought in your memory bank. You know, your brain, human brain is like a memory bank. In that memory bank, always deposit positive thought. Bring up positive attitude. Have an activity of positive attitude. Then, whenever you want to take it out for any action you are going to do in positive manner, and take out or remove from the mind bank or memory bank of you the positive thing. So never allow any negative thought to come out or deposit in your bank. That is the main thing. Bank means the memory bank. Okay. If you don't do this, if you carry on giving the chance to fear negative thoughts, then it may destroy all negative feeling from your mind before they become mental monster. What is that meaning? That means if you don't do any action, carry on keeping the fear with you, and then automatically all the negative thoughts will come and accumulate in your human small brain, in your memory bank. Then it becomes a mental monster, and in all of your work activities, day-to-day activity, whatever your aim is there, everything will be in negative way. That is called a mental monster. So never ever allow to make the fear as a mental monster. Always the unsuccessful person will have the mental monster on their memory bank, but a successful person will never ever be allowed to the fear to become mental monster. Now last and
Papa,
my last point.
Just to stop you. I'm really feeling bad to stop, but we're losing short of time. Can we take the last part in the next week? You can cover the end portion of it. It's okay, right?
Yeah. Okay, right.
We'll cover the next part, the last part in the next week. I'll call you. Okay.
Okay. That's all.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think the best part is that he's sharing after, I don't know, 38 years. That is really blessing for me to see him teaching, because he used to teach in Air Force as an instructor. So now the past is coming in present. So it's too good to see you speaking. Thank you so much, Papa.
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you.
Okay,
Kiran,
awesome.
Kiran,
Yes, Chaju.
Kushal want to share this comment on his Bade Papa's talk.
Sure.
Just one line.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Bade Papa. And your talk was very nice, and there were also many points relevant to me, like fear of examination and fear of people thinking about me. So I learned that if you have fear of examination, the more you prepare, the more you practice, it becomes easy for you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kushal. Really honored. Today is a very mixed book club. I really loved it. Awesome. So guys, I have a small request to all of you. I know there are a lot of topics still pending. I think there are close to 4 to 5 people are there. We can probably extend 15 minutes more, only if you are fine with it. If you're fine with it, I can extend to 15 minutes more, and we can take around 4 more speakers, 3 minutes each, 12 minutes done. So if you're fine with it, you can raise your hand or say something. Then we'll continue the talk for some more time. Is it fine?
Yeah, fine, Kiran.
Okay, I think everyone is excited to speak. Cool, that is fine. As long as you're all excited, I'm super excited anyway. Okay, so next, Shahid has raised hand. Let Shahid speak. So we'll strictly commit to the timer. Karthik, please set the timer properly, and we'll cover 4 to 5 speakers in the coming 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, go ahead, Shahid.
Good evening to everyone. First of all, I should speak very fastly because I have very less time and I have lots of content. As Gupta sir told something like about fear as well as how to overcome with fear. It was a wonderful, session. It was a wonderful talk by Gupta sir. And now I feel like I have to continue the, fourth chapter of the same book, Magic of Thinking Big. The fourth chapter is, which is related to, 4 ways to develop, the big thinkers, vocabulary. As we know that everyone wants to be a positive thinker, everyone wants to lead their life in a positive manner. But have you ever questioned yourself that whether I am a positive person or else whether I am a negative person? Because society is full of negativity, even though knowingly or unknowingly we use lots of vocabulary which is really, a negative, which is really a negative words we are using in our day-to-day life. We are unknowingly or knowingly we are using it. How the words can affect, a personality, how the words can affect a personal attitude. I will tell you that, in this book, he has clearly mentioned that if someone is telling you in a negative words, when someone is speaking, as let us take an example of me itself, I am speaking here. If I am speaking something, the words are coming out, just the words are not coming out, because the words are going into your mind and it will creating a picture. The words are just raw materials, but when you take it in your mind, the words are just raw materials and it will process it and it will create an image or imaginative video, and then it will feel like, you are listening my words, you are feeling like you are understanding my words. So that's why whatever you speak, you have to speak a positive words, because if you want to become a positive person, then you should speak a positive thing. If you are knowingly or unknowingly speaking negative words at that time, you are gonna become, negative thinker, negative speaker or something like that. When you speak out at the time, both the person, the opposite person who is listening you and the person who is, there, like as I am speaking and my words are going inside my mind, and it will create a bad energy if I am talking a negative word. And if you feel like you can do it at that time, if you feel like that is a positive word, then you feel in your mind, you will create a picture that you are winning, you are doing it. But when you feel like I am unable to do it, then you feel like you are unable to do it. Your mind will create a picture that you are unable to do it. So here some of the 4 points which has been mentioned by this author of the book, by that we can learn something. What are the things to be positive thinker, to be a big thinker? First and foremost thing, use positive words about how you feel. Yeah, whenever someone is asking you about how was your day, how are you, and many more stuff, at the time you should answer it in a positive manner. If you are answering that, my day was totally boring, my day was like this, like that, so your day is gonna become the same. If you don't have trust on me, then you can try it. Whenever you wake up early in the morning, you just have to say that today I am gonna lead my life in a boring manner. Then you definitely are going to lead your life in a boring manner. If you feel like you are going to lead your life in a happy, in a jolly manner, then your mind will create such a picture that you are leading your life in a positive way, in a positive manner. So that's why that is important, that whenever someone is asking you about how was the day, how you are doing and many more stuff, at that time you should speak out in a positive vocabulary. So that will create only one impact, that you are a positive thinker. If you are not talking that, if you are not using that vocabulary, you will become a negative thinker. So after that, use brightful, cheerful, favorable words to describe other people. Yeah, what will happen, if we hello sir, can I continue? I'm back.
Yeah, you have to summarize,
hello.
Shahid. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing. Okay.
Yeah,
I will.
You have to summarize in 15 seconds.
When you talk. Yeah, I am hearing. It's clear.
Yeah, it's clear. Go ahead.
Hello, am I audible? Yeah.
You're audible.
So I was telling that whenever you talk. yeah, whenever you talk about other people, at the time you should use good words. When you use good words at the time, the opposite person, maybe he's in front of you, maybe he's not in front of you, but it will create a positive energy in front of, in your mind, that you are a positive person. When you talk to yourself in a positive manner, when you speak about opposite person in a positive manner, at that time it means that you are a good person. If you are speaking out in a bad manner about other person, at the time it means that you are a bad person. So that's why it's depend on you how you take it, whether you take it in a positive way or whether you take it in a negative way. So if you are a good person, you have to speak out positiveness, you have to speak out positiveness about other person. If you are a bad person, then you have to speak out negative words. After that, keep encouraging everyone. Like whenever you get a time, whenever you feel like you get an opportunity, you have to just encourage someone. When you encourage someone at that time, I don't believe that something will happen, but I feel like there is something called karma. Somehow some way you will get encouragement from some other places, from some other environment. So that's why you have to keep on encouraging everyone. And finally, last thing is, which has been mentioned in that book, is something like whenever you discuss a plan, you should be a positive person. You should express it in a positive way. Don't say that whenever you have a project in your company, when you are submitting to your clients, at the time you should not tell that whenever you are submitting to clients or else to your juniors, you should not tell that this is gonna be worst failure, this is gonna be worst, something like that. You have to use a positive word. You have to use a positive word so that he can do it. He can encourage. He can adapt it in a wholeheartedly and in a positive manner. So that's what I would like to tell with you. That's what I would like to share with you people. Thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Wonderful, Shahid. The kind of excitement you carry is tremendous. I think one thing for sure is that everyone want to speak their heart out. ऐसे दिल खोल के बात करो. कोई दुनिया गया भाड़ में. I'll speak like anything. Super attitude. I really love it. Thank you so much, Shahid, for sharing your heart out. It's really good. So we'll quickly move to the next speaker. Ishwar, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Kiran. Good evening to everyone. Today my topic is like. Last time Vijay sir said one session. On that session, I want to discuss a few things. There are so many takeaways in that session. The main takeaways that I will share, there are 4 takeaways that I learned very nice in that session. Excitement. First one is excitement, and second one is failure and success, and the third one is about ego, and the fourth one is decision and discipline. I will little bit explain these topics now. First one is excitement. We have to be feel every time in excitement. Whatever the works we are doing, we have to be feel excited and we have to do by heart. Without excitement, we can't able to start our day. We have to excite every day and every time. And one more, next one is failure and success. As you know, the failure is a stepping stone of success. All people, they can say, like failure, for every person, failure is, we have to overcome. When we have to overcome the failure, then only we will know the success. Without failure, we can't able to know the success. And patience and calm and is the only reason to success. We have to be patient and we have to be calm at every time. These are the major things for success. And one more thing is about ego. Vijay sir said he described about the people, how they will behave when they have ego, when they don't have ego. The people who have ego, they will come and they will tell to the person I am very good personality, but I don't have any ego. The people, literally the people have ego, and the people who don't have ego, they will talk generally what is what. People who are hiding and telling I don't have any ego, those people have the egoistic. Like he said. And last one is decision and discipline. Discipline is very important every time, whether it is in professional or corporate, whatever it may be. In daily works also, discipline is very important. We have to make it as a decision and we have to follow the discipline. Whenever you will get up in the morning, we have to write down the things what I have to do in this day. Then we will, by default, we will get discipline. By doing those works, we will get discipline. That's it. These are the major 4 key learnings in Vijay's session. And thank you,
Wonderful.
Kiran.
Wonderful, Ishwar. I think your smile is very viral, man. Keep smiling and keep sharing. It is superbly shared. Good, yeah, very good. Awesome. So we'll move to the next speaker. So we have last speaker. Okay, one is second last batsman, and the last batsman who will hit the 6 and end the show. So the second last batsman is, I think, Girija. Girija Jiju, आपको बात करना था ना? You want to speak, Girija Jiji? Jiju?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. The time starts now.
Yeah. So every day we learn a lot of things. We hear a lot of things, maybe 100 odd things. If we take example of today's session, we almost, if I count the points, it is coming more than 100. But our attention span is very less. So to be more productive in life, I'll share few experiences that will help us to take away more whatever you are learning each day. The first thing is maintain a diary of logs of your activities. I am from software background, so I'll take an example. For every application we build, we maintain a log of it. Log is not necessity for functionality requirement of application, but we create a log so that we can measure the performance, or whenever there is something error comes up, it will help us to debug. So in your life also maintain a log so that it will write down your daily activities and it will help you measure. So example, write a log in the morning. So for example, we have the wheel of life, 8 areas like career, money, relationship, health, etc. So out of these 8 areas, what are the 2, 3, or 4 areas you are going to focus on today, and how much time you want to spend on each today? Just write it down. And before sleeping end of day, take the actuals, how much you could spend. So that way we have a definitive guide on how you are progressing on the 8 fields of life. That is one way. Second way is from each of the session or daily activities, or from these book club sessions or video sessions, whatever you are learning, write them down. And by writing, you are committing yourself to improve on those areas, or taking. So whenever the speaker speaks, the content belongs to the speaker. But whenever the listener writes, then only the content will come to the writer. So if you want to own those contents, write it. So if I tell an example, it will surprise you. Those who are writing books, you are thinking that they're writing for the readers. Actually, they're writing for themselves. When they write the books that gives them clarity, obviously money is the outcome, but that gives them clarity and the content becomes concrete in their brain. So just write your own log of your life. Who knows, you might need to write a book or autobiography later in your life, and those logs will help you. Thank you.
Amazing, Jiju. Crisp and very short, and life's experience is always priceless to everyone. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm sure people will start applying few of it. Thank you so much. Great. So we'll bring our, pinch hitter last batsman to hit the 6 and end our book club show today. So go ahead, Sahana. Yep, your spotlight.
Hi everyone. So it's been a great session so far. Having guest speakers and all is so amazing. So I'm not going to share the complete story. I would leave it to you as a guest. So I'm talking about a book called The Dream Giver. So do we all believe that each one of us are born here to achieve something and make our dreams come true? We do, right? So this is about a nobody who's called an ordinary who lived in the land of familiar. So does this sound very weird to all of us? Then you'll have to stay tuned to listen to the whole story of what this ordinary did to become something super great, and something that he could pursue his dream, living his a regular life maybe. I can say, but you'll have to stay tuned to listen to the complete story maybe next week, because I have a lot of good content to share, and you'll have to keep waiting for that. So I will end it with that.
That's not fair, Sahana. You just hit the 6 and then we are going to the pavilion winning the match. You should show the whole full match. Anyways, that's good.
And so they'll have to stay curious to know what ordinary did.
What ordinary did to become extraordinary.
Ordinary.
Awesome. I think the book is super amazing. The Dream Giver. I think Vijay has promoted hell lot of time in the PIM. Dream Giver, Dream Giver, Dream Giver, Dream Giver. Finally, the secret of Dream Giver will be released, next week. Bahubali Part 2. This is a book, and will be amazing book for all of you. Superb. So I think I have one guy who want to introduce. Atul, if you're online, you can introduce your sister. I think you wanted to introduce, right? Before we end, Atul.
Yeah, Kiran.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello everyone. My name is Ruchi Kumari. I am from Navada, Bihar, and I am a student. I want to join the book club.
Wonderful. Come again, your name? Name?
Ruchi Kumari.
Ruchi Kumari. Hi, Ruchi. Good to see you. And glad to see Atul, bringing people from family, the priceless stuff. Good, man. Keep spreading the growth. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Thanks, Kiran.
Thank you so
Kiran,
much.
Prakash here. I just wanted to share one of my personal experience,
Sure,
which
sure.
actually.
So just a second, Prakash. So guys, actually we are ending at 10 p.m. So if you want to stay, you stay. Or if you want to log off, you can definitely log off. There is no rule as such that we are staying, so you have to stay. So feel free to log off if you want to log off. But yeah, I'll definitely connect with all of you offline personally, and we'll definitely meet next week. And this coming Saturday will be wonderful. Again, Vijay is one of the best session. So if you're not aware of it, please qualify for the session. Then you'll get the next level of vision as well. So
hey Kiran, hi, it's Sanket this side.
Hey, hi Sanket. Yeah, you can introduce, man. I think we forgot to call you for introduction.
No problem.
You can introduce. Yeah.
Hey, hi friends. This is Sanket. This is my first session, and I'm very glad to attend this. Presently, I'm in Bangalore. I'm born and brought up in Mumbai. Presently working with Exotel, India Telecom Private Limited. And I joined this session. I was excited, and waiting for since 7 p.m. But unfortunately, there is a lot of rain in Bangalore, and my electricity got down, so I joined late. So I apologize for that. Yes, if Kiran, I like your